All right, for this upper body sequence, you're gonna need probably a 1-inch super band, and we're gonna go through push-up with some resistance. Now, let's say for right now, that's not in your wheelhouse, adding resistance, you can simply do the push-ups without it. Then we're gonna do a row and then go into a side plank. So when we're looking at push-up position, if you start with your hands at shoulder width, and you go one hand width wider, that's gonna be about the right width. And then you wanna go ahead and turn the fingers out so that crook of the elbow is pointing forward, and that's gonna help you stay in a better position as you go through the push-up. So there was a time we would kind of do a 90-90. Now what we're trying to do, if I look at armpit angles being 90 and I drop down to about a 45, bend my elbows, that's gonna be your proper push position. So functionally, this is a nice natural power position. So from here on the way down, your elbow is just gonna get higher than the shoulder and then press right back up. So if a little resistance is in your wheelhouse, you can hook it at the thumb, you can go through the whole hand, however you wanna have it under your hands, but you're trying to align the band with the midline of your chest. So what I do is start here, go ahead and get tension. So we're gonna go 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9, and 10. All right, for your row, you're gonna stand on the band about hip width. Now you're gonna have to mess around with this to figure out which amount of tension is right for you. As far as maybe a little wider stance, that's gonna make it harder. A little narrower stance is gonna make it easier. So from the front view, all we're trying to do is make sure as we pull that we're driving the elbows wide, shoulder blades together, and shoulders away from the ears. To get into position, start up tall, go through a hip hinge, hands are gonna be about knee height, cross the band, then choke down. So keep your belly button drawn in. I've got tripod weight distribution, and I'm simply gonna drive the shoulder blades together and the elbows out wide, 10 times. Think about keeping as much distance between your shoulder and ear as possible. And then the closer you can be to parallel to the floor, the better. 6, 4 more. If you are more upright based on range, simply pull at more of a backward angle. If you're over a little bit further and parallel to the floor, straight up. 3 more. Squeeze the blades, release the blades. Squeeze and release. 1 more. Squeeze and release. All right, side plank. A couple of variations here. You can go knee and forearm, or we can go foot and forearm. Either way, hips need to be behind that line to start out. So I'm gonna hinge vertically up and forward into position, and that's gonna protect my low back. And I'm gonna hinge when I come out of it. Modified position, you can go through clamshells, or the traditional position, side leg raises. 10 times. 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, the other side, I'm gonna demo the clamshell version. So modified position, knee and forearm, hinge my way up, and 2, pry that knee open, 3, 4, 5, 7, 9, and 10. And then I'm gonna hinge my hips back to come on down. So push up a little band resistance, then go with a bent bilateral row, and then right into your side plank. Now you can either watch the video again or turn it off and go through 2 more rounds.